Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jay, and this is my carnivore journey, but I still like to cook, so I wanted to cook you guys up something that I think is going to be fun, and it's still going to be sort of in line with the carnivore diet. If you haven't seen my last video, go check it out. It was my 3-week update on the diet, and I talked about having these cravings for snacks and sweets and things like that. I'm hoping that this recipe will help me kind of curb that appetite and make some snacks or treats that I think are going to be delicious, but also kind of healthy for me too. Today we're going to be making some mozzarella cheese sticks, but they're going to be a little bit different. These cheese sticks are going to be something I picked up from Sam's. You can buy them at your local store. I see them at Walmart. I've seen them at my local grocery store too. They call them artisan wraps at Sam's, but they're just mozzarella sticks wrapped in like the frou-frou meats. I don't even know how to say some of this stuff. Prosciutto, pepperoni, and sopressata. I don't know. It's mozzarella with those meats on it. We're going to coat these in crushed up pork rinds, and then we're going to fry them in a mix of butter and bacon grease. And I think they're going to be delicious. It should be a quick video. Let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is crack a couple eggs into this bowl. We're going to start out with 3, because I honestly don't know how many of these little things I will make. Now to that, I'm going to add just a little bit of heavy cream. If you're still drinking regular milk, you can just add a little bit of that to it too. Once our milk's in there, we're just going to go ahead and break these yolks up and get this kind of combined together. Also, I love this little egg whisk. It makes fluffy eggs every time. Alright, now that we have our egg wash or egg mixture there, we're going to go ahead and get our pork rinds done. This has literally gotten me through the diet so far over the last 3 weeks. This is the second container of these that I've went through, and as you can see, there's not many left. So I figured I better try this out before these are gone. Now there are a bunch of different ways of getting these pork rinds ground up. Then I'm just going to add some to a bag. Try to get as much air out of it as we can. And then we're just going to hit it. Now a food processor will do a great job of this too. But, I mean, this kind of lets you take some frustration out. I'm trying to get as fine of a powder as I can. Thinking of it as making flour without the flour. I think that's pretty good. Now we bust out the fine china paper plate. We're just going to go ahead and add our pork rind powder. Or some of it. We might not add all of it. Alright, I'm going to try to do this as clean as possible. I'm usually pretty terrible with it. So we've got, oh no, I forgot which one. This is the sopressata. This is the prosciutto. And this is the pepperoni. I don't think I'm going to do the pepper. Okay, I'll do a little bit of all of it. So we're going to toss a couple of these in the egg wash. Trying to keep a dry hand here. And then we're going to double it up. And see there, I've already messed up. I put my dry hand in the wet. I'll learn one of these days. Don't forget the ends, try to cap that cheese off. Now, I've not watched anybody else do this. I'm not going to say no one has because I'm sure it's the internet. I'm sure someone has. So, I'm not going to try to take credit. But these could just melt and be big gobs of cheese. I don't know. Alright, now that our mozzarella sticks are coated up, they look like little chicken tenders almost in there. We're going to go ahead, I'm going to use a whole stick of butter. It's probably excess, but I want more don't want to not have enough and need more. It's better to have more than you need than not as much as you need, I guess. And then, no, it's not baby food, bacon grease. You use about a tablespoon. Now I've got my cast iron pan set on about medium heat. We're going to let all this melt down. I'm hoping the bacon grease will keep the butter from burning. I know in the normal cooking world, you would add a little bit of olive oil or something like that to this to make sure that the butter doesn't burn. We don't use olive oil around here. So, we're going to let this melt down slowly, and then we'll get to frying these up. Hopefully they're good. Alright, we're starting to get some bubbles. We're starting to get that foam on the butter like if we were doing brown butter bites, which I haven't done yet. I may try. So let's go ahead and throw one of these in here. Throw a couple of them in here. Ones that it didn't stick to the cheese, I'm kind of worried that they're just going to melt. We'll let them sizzle for a minute and see what happens. I feel like we're getting ready to get a cheesy mess. Alright, this one, we've lost our cheese and our pork rinds. Yep, I think we've failed, folks. Okay, hear me out. I knew what was probably going to happen. I knew that it was probably going to melt the cheese. Guys, we pretty much just made fried cheese. I mean, it doesn't taste bad, but I don't think I'll be making them again. That prosciutto was good. So, couple things. I think if I'd used a food processor and gotten the pork rinds a lot more fine, they may have stuck better to the cheese and kind of sealed it in. But like, once the cheese started melting and just coming out of the meat, it was pretty much a lost cause at that point. I mean, it's still gonna get eat. I don't know, guys. y'all let me know. What could I have done different? How could I have made it different to make it actually work? I thought it was a pretty foolproof plan. I do think that the coarseness of the pork rinds had a lot to do with it. I know you can buy ground up pork rinds like at the store. No stores around here where I live have it, but I've seen it. I've seen other people use it. But I think food processor, pork rinds, double coat, I think it might have worked. I was originally going to do the air fryer. I'm glad I didn't. That would be a mess to clean up, which that cast iron skillet's going to be quite the mess to clean up too. All right, guys. Well, carnivore snacks fail indeed. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. If you laughed at me, subscribe. And stay tuned for this carnivore journey. Again, I'm trying to get under 300 pounds in the next couple of months. If you haven't seen my 3-week update video, it'll be in the iCard up above. And as always, guys, stick with me. We'll see what we can or can't do. Thanks, guys. God bless.